The shorter one that we can talk about for just a split second is To Your Eternity.
Oh.
That first episode.
That first episode is a fucking...
It's a banger.
Banger.
Like, if you want to feel depressed and sad and want to maybe cry a little, first episode.
That first episode is the greatest 20-minute movie that an anime has ever produced.
I mean, I agree with you. It feels like it's completely separate from the series.
It is. And then it starts with the second episode, and you're like, what?
Yeah, honestly, I feel like someone saw the first episode and was like, this is an amazing movie. I want to build off of that. And then some other dude did the rest of the series.
I cannot wait for this guy's second episode. Who is this? Is a new guy?
It's a new guy?
Because it's fucking... Dude.
I mean, it still had its moments because I stuck with it for about the first 5. But
yeah, I've watched 5 or 6, I think.
Yeah, that first episode is on a different level than all the others.
It's so good that it hurt it.
Yeah. It started off too strong and then it was just a downhill slope.
It was like a roller coaster. Like it was at the peak.
Yeah.
And then it plummeted.
Meanwhile.
But no, one more thing about To Your Eternity, because no. No. I know the manga. Like people that read the manga are probably like, no, fucking wait though. Fucking, it's coming.
Yeah,
it's coming.
The only reason we stuck with it as long as we did is because we knew.
We knew kind of where it was going to go into shonen land. It seemed like, and I am mad that to get to shonen land, we have to go through this weird fucking thing. It is so boring. It is so boring.
Yeah, it really is.
Episode 2 through 6.
I mean, it did have its moments. But
with like Tree Man?
The Tree Man was cool, but also the fucking big bear they took down.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that was cool. But the thing is, the moments, are too few and too spread apart. Like, and also I feel like, okay, so the little girl that he ends up meeting that he considers his mother to a degree.
Yeah,
she ends up dying.
Yeah.
But if they would have killed her off at the bear scene and him go like rampage rage mode and kill the bear,
God,
it would have been so much better. Like
for the first episode to not pull any emotional punches and like took risk, in my opinion, I feel like to tell that story, they played it fucking safe.
Maybe they were trying to build the characters up more so they'd mean more.
Well, have them more interesting.
Well,
have more interesting characters and we can build more interesting shit.
Okay, bud. I understand. But if you go back and watch like Dragon Ball, when he first gets to Korin's tower and it's the Indian guy and his son.
Oh, yeah.
How interesting were they compared to these characters? Because they're similar in ways.
They're about the same.
Yeah, they're about the same.
But listen,
Dragon Ball did it better because
Dragon Ball also had interesting main characters. Like I feel like they set up I can't even remember the guy's name, but like the blob that's like learning everything in To Your Eternity.
Yeah.
They set him up in that first episode to be like, oh, he's going to see some shit and like learn about our world and stuff.
Yeah. And
now he's the most boring. Like he doesn't, and I get it. He's learning how to talk and he's learning how to do all this stuff.
Yeah.
Speed it up. Fucking crank that bitch up. Like,
I mean, okay, I could appreciate the fact that they're doing it slowly because like it honestly takes courage not to just jump into the exciting parts.
Yeah.
But if you're going to take this time to slowly build it up, at least have the other characters he's dealing with be interesting.
Yeah. And
like, I couldn't care less about that little girl.
I couldn't care less about anybody. There's
the archer girl, I thought she was pretty cool. Like, they could, if they didn't have the other little girl and just focused on her, it could have been real cool.
But I think what has now done an extra disservice for me is Odd Taxi is similar into the Walrus. He does speak way more than him, but not like he's not a talkative
character.
And you watch this show make all the other side characters interesting, which makes you want to like follow. Like I would watch a show, besides a few, about a lot of these side characters, like a main show about them. And that's how you're supposed to do it. In To Your Eternity, the main character doesn't speak a lot, and you also have boring side characters.
Oh yeah, all of the side characters. I mean, the last episode I watched, which I think may have been 5, there is a little boy that his story's interesting.
Yeah.
Like, he basically looks like a little monster because his face got smashed.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, that's interesting, but they don't really do anything with it.
Yeah, they just kind of like let it die.
They're just like, okay, he'll be friends with the immortal. Great.
Now, okay, I will say this. If I continue to watch it and the whole thing is he builds up these relationships with these characters and then watches them die because he's immortal.
That's what I hoped.
That's interesting.
Like, I really hoped that they would maybe do like a time skip maybe and show like, oh no, all these people are going to end up dying.
Yeah. Teach them about loss and stuff like that.
Which I guess that's what they aimed for with the little girl, but I don't know. It didn't hit. It didn't hit that hard.
It did not hit.
Because you didn't care about that character. And honestly, the way she treated him, like, it was more like a dog than
a puppy.
Yeah, it wasn't like she really cared that much.
Yeah.
So
but I mean, I'm not giving up 1,000%. I might go back and watch it.
I mean, I need to see where it goes.
I do.
Because I know where it goes.
Yeah.
And
something to do with a fucking tournament arc. How do you get there?
How do you get there from that first episode? Never would I have ever thought.
The first episode, it's gonna be a tournament card later. Like
what?
Fuck.
If it was actually a good tournament arc, if it was like something like the Dark Tournament, like I would be shook.
Dude, if it became like that's just as good as Yu Yu Hakusho's Dark Tournament, I'd be like, fuck me.
Yeah, I'd be like, but that beginning, what happened?
Yeah, you fucking dropped the ball.